Highland Valley. I'm Ann Batto, and that sound that you just heard was the sound that has been emanating from this bedroom for the last 7 or 8 weeks or so. Matt asked me to tell you a little bit about our project. We, along the way, have become known as the Three Masketeers, and I'm just going to explain to you a little bit about what we have been doing for the last 7 or 8 weeks. It all started when I was contacted by the church because UAMS urgently needed some masks. So I gathered up some friends to help, and we quickly, within a week's time, we made 206 masks and delivered to UAMS. Well, after that, my friends all had other projects going on and other things to do, and so my large group dwindled down to 3 of us. And meanwhile, our request for masks skyrocketed. So the 3 of us, Margie Northcutt and Karen Littrell and I, have been making masks since then by ourselves. As of last week, we had delivered 1,970. We've made masks for a lot of area hospitals like UAMS, Baptist, Children's, the Heart Hospital, and we've delivered to many nonprofits, Watershed, Our House, Helping Hands, Women and Children First, the Highland Valley Food Drive, and many, many others. And then we've also made a lot for our families and friends. And it just seems like as we come to the last person on the list, we get a new request. So we've never gone a day without needing to make masks. So there has been no time to spare. We each spend about 9 hours a day working on these, and we meet up at night by way of text or phone calls and compare our inventories and decide what we need to do next. We each have our own little sewing space. I have not seen the others because we are following the social distancing rules and we've not been in each other's homes, but I imagine that Margie's and Karen's sewing area looks about like mine. It was quite a disaster area when I agreed to do this for Matt, so I've cleaned it up just a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit about what we have going on. I'm just going to give you a quick look around the little room that I've spent a lot of time in these last 7 weeks. This is a sample of the fabric that has been donated to us. We've had a lot of quilters that have been most generous and have sent us fabric. We have had sheets donated, which has been very helpful, especially for the men's mask. Here is our pot of gold here. This elastic is as hard to find in this area right now as meat and toilet paper. But we had a Highland Valley angel early on that found us some and ordered it, and it was 400 yards, and we thought, oh my goodness, we will never use that much. Well, we just got our 3rd order yesterday. So you can imagine each mask takes 14 inches. So that tells you how many masks we've done right there. Each one of these spools holds 200 yards, and we got 2 spools in the first order and 3 or 4 in the second, and this last order is 1,000 yards. Here is my little buckets where I've cut up the elastic into the various sizes for men, women, and children. These are masks that are at stage 1 in progress. Here is my little thread supply down here. It appears that I have lots of thread, but never just seem to have the right color when you need it. But we always, between the 3 of us, we come up with something that will work. Here is where I spend a lot of my time, Here are some completed masks. And this is my little bookkeeping area where I keep up with how many masks we've done and for whom. And the list grows longer and longer each day. This is our second masketeer, Karen Littrell, and her husband, Steve. Karen is the master of ladies' masks, and she wins the honor of gathering us the most free fabric. She has friends who are quilters, and they have been most generous. Steve is a very valuable member of our team. He cuts rectangles expertly and even presses them. Karen and Steve live in Conway, so we have met many times in parking lots to exchange masks and supplies, which is what we're doing today. They are dear friends, but they're also special to us because we share two precious grandchildren. Our third masketeer, no stranger to you, is Margie Northcutt and her husband, Hearn. Margie is the master of men's mask, that is. She also gets the honor of being our fastest mask maker. Karen and I are in awe of her speed. Part of that speed might be because Hearn invented a contraption that makes cutting the rectangles faster. Because we are strict observers of social distancing, Hearn has been Margie's co-pilot on many of our deliveries. He's been a great help. You have met Steve and Hearn, so now the last helper to meet is Sid. He has washed dishes, done laundry, vacuumed, and helped with pickup and delivery, which is what he is doing right now. We three masketeers are the mask makers, but we couldn't do it without these three supportive husbands. After today, May 19th, we will have delivered 2,376 masks, and the list goes on.